ready to fly. Rachel Nike Jacobs. Have room for turtle in my skis? Charlie 31. Yeah. Rachel Nike Jacobs. When do we take off?
I did get a clearance 3372 for my squawk code. That was an auto reply from VATSIM when I got on. So let's get the aircraft fired up. Did the walk around. We are okay. Everything appears all right. Power this up. None of that. We're going to disable that trim clacker right now. On to our checklists. Pre-flight, we are set. I already did that. Engine's good. Ground power unit, we're not using that. Baggage is all set. Cabin air damper is on. Emergency exit has been secured. Passengers have been briefed. Control locks have been removed. Belt harnesses and seats are good. Parking brakes are set. And on to our pre-start. Pre-start oxygen system's good right here. Oxygen valve is good. Crew masks are okay. Circuit breakers all in. Landing gear switch is down. Emergency battery on. Once we turn that on, we should get the, this should become active, and then you will see the uncaged there, and then it'll get leveled out here in just a minute. Panel switches and avionics, we'll go through those since we are pre-flight and or pre-departure. So, give me just a minute, Rachel, we're good to go. So fuel computers are on, pitch trim is on primary, anti-skid is on, jet pumps are on, static source is not available for both yet. Emergency pressurization is normal, bleed air is on, and pilot's altimeter is now being set for 29.82. You see it right there. Inches of mercury. Battery on. Both inverters on. Both. GPU is not connected. Emergency lights test and armed. And hydraulic pressure is up, so we can go ahead and turn off the hydraulic pump. Annunciator lights, we'll check and make sure all our Christmas lights come on. Everything looks good. And we're okay there. Emergency air pressure, hydraulic pressure is down. You see that right here. Oh, let me go in and get rid of that. Hold on. I need to hit escape. Control options. That is, or not there. Go back, and we want general options. And what is that? Accessibility. Off. Apply and save. Go back. Part of the thing in trying to program buttons and everything for aircraft is being able to know what it is being referred to. So thrust reversers. And we will see. We'll have to set that one here in just a minute. But beyond that, okay, I am free to talk. If you want to hit me up in chat, go for it. I'll continue going through the checklists. Parking brake set, emergency brake handle, hydraulic pump is off, annunciator lights, warning systems, ice detect. We'll go through all those here in just a moment. Alright, so you see right here, we can go to our cabin altitude. That one works. Fire detection. Won't get anything there. What you will be able to do is hear the shake modules on the stick shakers. So those are all good. Left and right bleed air switches are good. Cabin air is set. And we are going to fly tonight at flight level 410. Looks like we got that set in there. Cabin air, auto manual switch, cabin controller set, rate selector as desired. We're good, and we can go ahead and turn on that cabin air. Did make a little bit of a loud noise in the last stream, but oh, actually we don't need that just yet. Yeah. Cabin temp controls as desired. Trim system is set. Secondary pitch cutout. We're golden, and we'll bring our takeoff pitch trim to the middle of the pie there. There we go. And aileron, rudder, and takeoff trim have been set. Autopilot monitor good. Yaw dampers can be powered on now. And we can test both yaw dampers good. Left, or right, left, right. Back over to the right. And then back to center. We're good. We'll engage those once we get airborne. Fuel control. Alright. Fuel counter. I think if we look at our payload today, we need 3387. If we look here, it looks like we're just over 3,000. So let's go into the fuel page here, and we'll add just a little bit more. Let's add about, let's go 3,600 pounds. That should be just fine for today. Back to the checklist, good. Transfer, standby pumps are good. Fuselage valves good. Fuel jettison's good. Cockpit voice recorder, can't check that. Drag chute handle, can't check that. Takeoff data, I'm still working on that for getting our V1 rotates. So, it's it and that's that. Going on to start, cabin door is secure, and that light is out. Oh, let's see. And that light is out. Good to go there. Fuel computer's good. Air conditioner off. Aux heat off. Batteries on. Inverters on. Parking brake set. Hydraulic pump off. Beacon light, come on now. As well as our nav lights. Let them know that we should have done that when we first hopped in. Thrust reverse levers are in cut off. Yep. And engine 1 coming to start. Once we're above 10% or we see any movement in the N2. There we go. Hop out, see if we can hear it. Engines are running. Not hearing any audio from that. Interesting. Oh, and let's see if I can go back over to the window picker. 3372, I believe. And there we go. And engine number 2, or engine number 1 going up to generator mode. Engine number 2 see right there, they want us to 3372. And too busy worrying about that, so.
Rachel Nike Jacobs. Where is your co-pilot?
You can't see Alice right now, Rachel. I can go outside and you'll be able to see my co-pilot, Alice. Let me swing around to the side here. And you see her sitting right there. Well, the sun's making it a little hard to see her. But you can see her sitting right there. Sitting in the right seat. Thanks for checking on Alice, Rachel. Alright, beacon light, thrust lever, start is all set. And we're good. Alright, continue. Alright, looks like our motors have settled down. So we can switch that one up to generator. Hydraulic pump, we don't have to worry about that one. We can turn on pitot heat. No window or nacelle heats. Radio altimeter and autopilot are on, coming through here. That'll come on when we get to the runway. Stall warnings, we can go ahead and turn those on now. Those are ready when we're ready for taxi. And horn silence, spoilers, we're set there. Alright, let's see. Well, it looks like there are no centers on anymore. So I guess we are good to go. We go ahead and push back as we need. And let me see. Well, so that's a fun one. Alright, well, we are ready to roll. Other engine, GPU assisted, gen start, battery charging, bus current is set. Started disengagement, voltmeters and meters are all okay and in greens. Nothing out of the ordinary there. Before taxi. Avionics, let's go ahead and put our flight plan in. We are departing out of Aspen, and we will, let me do this for you. We will load a procedure. We will load the departure procedure, which is, oh great. So back over here. We will be on the LINS 2 departure, LINS 9 departure, or the LINS departure. There we go. Runway 33. Let's see, what are our winds? 4 knots at 5 knots. Okay, yeah, so we will depart on runway 33. We will load that departure. And then at a waypoint, we'll be going to Sierra X-Ray Whiskey, K2. At a waypoint, Jesse, Juliet Echo, Sierra India Echo, JESIE, yep. Enter that one. Scroll down. Add a waypoint. What is that? Charlie Kilo Whiskey. Cherokee, of course. Delta November Whiskey now. And then it'll be direct to KJAC and Kilo Juliet Alpha Charlie. They have it set up for runway 19er, so we can go Jackson Hole. Load procedure, arrivals, there are none. So we can go back and we can do approach. Looks like they want us on runway 19er. Yes, so approach, runway 19er. ILS Zulu runway 19 sounds like it might be our best bet. And let's see what that looks like. ILS Zulu. Or RNAV Zulu. Runway 19er. Let's see. RNAV X-ray, RNAV Zulu, runway 19er. Let's plan. Let's see what we can do about. They're recommending RNAV. I'll go with the RNAV Yankee DNY. RNAV Yankee DNY. Okay. So we can go back, and it's all right. So you can see. Oh, I selected there. I selected the ILS. Now it's funny, on my stream last night I said ILS instead of IFR2. So we're going with the RNAV Yankee. Runway 19 DNW. Load that approach, and we are flight planned out. Perfect. What do we need? I think we're set to turn on our strobes and get rolling. We're going to try something here where we go like this. Oh, what is your beef? What's your beef, bro? See what we can do about backing out of this spot. Let's go out and look at the cans. Buckets. No. Alright, we're going to have to go this way. Nose wheel steering is on. And we'll just add a little bit of power. Avionics, good. Radar, circuit breakers, coffee oven, fuel control governor, windshield heat not needed. Lights are on, ready for taxi. We're going to run over a little Mr. Van here. And we will go back to our map. A lot of stuff going on here in Aspen, and I am going to let's bring up our map, airport map, hide this. We're going to go to runway 33 off to our left. And runway 33 is a 331. So we'll set that in here. Introducing a little couples.
Where is all the snow?
Ah, there's snow on the ground here, Rachel. You can see that. Not a whole lot right now. Taking this flight, what, about 10 hours early? So, but we are definitely in Aspen at the Aspen airport, that's for sure. So, flap set at 8, and we are good to go there. Let's go ahead and turn the no smoking fasten seatbelt sign on. Taxi before takeoff. Brakes, steering good. Fuel panel set. Flight controls free and correct. Flight instruments have been set. Takeoff data has been put. Engine instruments reading okay. Voltmeters, ammeters looking alright. Nav equipment has been set. Radar as required. Don't need it. Spoilers are retracted. I see I should be able to activate those. There we go. Flaps set. Trim set. Pressurization okay. Cabin air is good. Cabin temp controls are okay. Anti-ice systems, electrically heated windshield is alright. We are not doing that right now. Crew takeoff briefing has been complete. Alice, you sit there. Give me a woof if something's going wrong. Parking brake, transponder. It is on and transmitting. And thrust reversers armed. Pitot heat on. Lights, strobe recognition. We can go recognition's on. Stall warning on. And we move the starter switches to air start. And annunciator panel is normal with the steering light on. So we will get right here, stop short of the runway real fast. Get out, take a quick peek. Remember to just enjoy the old, we'll hit the park brake. Go outside, take a look at the airplane. Beautiful Aspen area scenery. I can't remember if this is the FlySim TO. I think this is definitely an aftermarket airport. And looks like we are getting a little bit of a tailwind, but we do not take off of that direction right now. Better deal with a little bit of tailwind. All right, hop back in. Let's take a flight. Here we go. A little bit of power. Getting a little bit of stutter. Sorry about the stutters, folks. I'll have to get in and play around with some of my settings. Heading 331. We will be taking off. Let's see if we can. We will take off. Quick right-hand turn up there once we're over 8240. Little right-hand turn, and then we should be good on our way up to Jackson, Wyoming. So let's get this aircraft rolling. Hit the takeoff go around button. There we go. Now we should have a little bit of flight director action there. We can go ahead and turn this off. A little bit of a tailwind, so crossing tailwind. V1 and rotate. And gear coming up. Light air up here, so we can go ahead and engage the autopilot. We will go nav mode. And vertical speed, we're good, about 3,000 feet. There we go. Climbing through. Flaps could come up. There we go, taking off out of Aspen. See, this little Learjet was made for Aspen. Climb about 3,000 feet per minute, accelerating. Flaps are up. We probably want to set 22.8. Listen to see if we hear anybody. Looks like we are following the departure all right. We are above 10,000 feet, so we can turn off our lights, recog, disarm the thrust reversers. And that should be about it for that. Air starts good. All right. Excellent. So we're going up to flight level, and even B1 Sims is saying, yeah, gotta remember to do this, because I keep forgetting this. It's usually done in the... Oh, so that's what we can do. Go to menu, set our cruise, not there, so go to flight plan, menu, cruise altitude. We're gonna go 410. Enter. And that'll help us out a little bit. So then we can continue 414, flight level 410. That was good. And now we can do altitude select. We can continue with the power climb. Beautiful Aspen Valley down there, Rocky Mountains. Feel a little better with that. Starting to get a little better with departing with this aircraft. Next challenge will be establishing a decent cruise. But now we can bring up our iPad again. I don't know if the battery goes out or not, but it's kind of funny. So yesterday I think it died on me. Landing gear up, yaw damper, we can go ahead and engage that now. Thrust reversers disarm, flaps up, ignition off, pressurization is okay. Landing taxi lights are off, autopilot approach light, FC200 autopilot. Hydraulic pressure is good, angle of attack indicators are okay, so 1 and 2. Alright, now we are in our climb, 10,000 feet, no smoking, fast seatbelt can come out, so there you go. Pressurization's okay. We are over 18,000 feet, so we're 29.902. Recognition light off, air conditioner off if applicable. 350, air conditioner off. Yep, we are set on our way to Jackson, Wyoming. Again, thanks for checking in with us tonight, folks. If you like these kind of flights, hit that like and subscribe button. We're making our way up to flight level 410. I'm going to switch from vertical speed mode now to indicated speed. Give us a little more climb. Add a little bit of throttle there. Probably should have. How would I do that? So just altitude hold and then let the speed climb. How did we do that? Never had anything that would accelerate quite like this. So now I get to look into something else. If you have not, check out V1 Simulations. He's over there flying this one. I think he's very similar to me, like super excited about this aircraft, kind of what it brings to flying, what it brought to flying in the real world. He is a former corporate pilot. I don't think he ever flew the Learjet, but it's just Learjet is like pure aviation. He said one of his streams, he even talks about how when he would tell people he flew a Citation, they'd be like, "Oh, you fly Learjet, yeah." So that's how ubiquitous. That's how generic the Learjet sort of made corporate aviation, or how bad the Learjet name permeated the industry. Any light jet that wasn't a 757 or a 707 was a Learjet. So, yeah, just if you haven't, go over, check out V1 Simulations. He's enjoying the crap out of flying this airplane. I am as well. A lot of people are. It's a great airplane. To say that it's an early release, it's pretty polished for an early release. There's a couple little things that, and of course they're going to continue working on them. But FlySimWare did a great job getting the Learjet and getting this up. The system's running. It's coming along pretty good. We're at 30,000 feet. I'm going to go half bank. Now that we're over 30,000 or close to 30,000 feet. So we can go ahead and close this one. Check out our flight, and we will go with World. And we can look at the charts in here, but it's kind of tough with that one little screen. Got another couple flights to do, go and have some fun flying. So climbing through 32,000 feet. Once we get established 410, we'll level off and allow the aircraft to accelerate to Mach 0.77. While we're doing that, while we're waiting for that, we will go into our our VCalc window, and we'll make it 2,000 feet per minute. And target waypoint will be all the way at the end. Let's pull up our RNAV approach. Let's see. Four miles to 1,200 feet, another 1,200, and then 700. So we'll bring it down to 11,000 by ZBIV. So if we go in here, we want ZBIV is our target, and we want it to be at 11,000, because that is our altitude at ZBIV. So with that in there, we should have a top of descent in 34 minutes, 22 seconds. That will change once we get up to cruise altitude. And with that, we're good to go. And we can go ahead and power off the iPad. Get it out of the way for just a couple minutes. So again, if you guys like this kind of flight, go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, bell notification so you know when I hop online to do a flight and you can join me. I think I got a workable solution for chat. If you want to hit me up in chat, I should be able to get back to you. Yeah, I appreciate you guys coming, seeing, flying. This is the Learjet 35 Alpha FlySimWare. I think we're on version 1.0.6. I did notice last night that if I were to tune, let me tune this to 122.8. And when I turn it over, I don't think that's half bank. That might have been full bank. But if I turn this to, if I turn to monitor, and then switch, I think we have a stuck mic. So we won't do that when we're monitoring. And that was, tonight was the first time I had a auto ATC, auto air traffic control. yesterday I got behind on the descent, so I may want to start that a little earlier. But we're coming up on about 2,000 feet away from the top of our climb. I have to tell you, it's been cold here in Colorado the last couple of days. It is winter, but we'll resume that. That was my bad. Sorry about that. See. Wonder if it shows the first officer. No, can't see her. All right, 1,000 feet. Now we look here. Oh, I wonder why it does that on some things. So if you look right here, we are at 0.77, 0.78. So as we come up on 41,000 feet, we will level off. Let's see, we're right about 500 feet per minute. We'll level off and accelerate. And I'm sorry about the FS desktop. This is
Hi mate, what a nice weather, yeah.
It is good weather, thank you. But we will pull the power back a little bit. We will have altitude hold set at 41,000 feet. And we should start to accelerate a little bit, but we'll power back. And we do have altitude captured, flight level 410. Give me just one moment. I'm going to go ahead and change something. And Harshy, yeah, nice weather we're having here. Flying this about 12 hours before real time here in Colorado. Just enjoying some daylight and some mountain views. So, looking at our VCalc, we are about 20 minutes out from the top of our descent. So I'm going to go ahead and take a minute, let you guys look out the front of the aircraft. We do have cruise set and enjoy some music. folks, looking at it, looks like we're about 13 minutes away from the top of our descent. We are trugging right along on our way up to Jackson, Wyoming. Like our left engine is a little more than our right engine as far as fuel flow. We'll get that going back. Get those little fellas synced up. See what that does to our airspeed. I guess we can turn on the radar for you. $40, 80 miles out. All right. Feeling a little bit better with the old autopilot systems, and I guess my biggest concern now is how we just finding a good actual aircraft Learjet performance database, so we can do our calculations. Hopefully it comes out with a manual from FlySimWare, but if not, there's plenty of other ways to skin a cat, right? I need to clean something off the lens. Hope you guys enjoyed that close-up of the circuit breakers. All right. That is definitely not half. That is not half bank angle, so we should be on a direct course of 307. This is one of the things you need to keep up with on your aircraft, and we can be heading back to 307. Turbine sync. See, I don't know if it works because you can't turn sync on. Curious to know if the steer lock will work, what I programmed into it. So we will give it a try when we get there. Let's see, where are we at as far as our VCalc. 9 minutes out. Let's start a timer. So, oh, good googly moogly. So if we go to we'll be looking for 8.5 minutes. So 8 minutes, that'll remind us that we need to look at starting our descent. Oh, we can do static both now. Oh, nice. Oh, very nice. We're cruising along 0.78 Mach. See what happens here. So then, with us doing indicated airspeed, what do we say? We're going down 11,000. Look at that. V1 simulation, if you're watching, I recommend the MX mouse and keyboard. So I got about 6 more minutes, yep. So getting ready to start our descent. We're going to pull the power back a little bit. Hopefully the aircraft will maintain about a 0.77, 0.78 Mach, and then we will be able to, once we get into an established descent of about 2,000 feet per minute, we will be able to roll out pretty even right around 11,000 feet at Zibev. If we go to our map, we're about 4 minutes out. So now if you look on our map, if we go out, we should have a top of descent marker. 2 minutes. Display messages, VCalc, target altitude, 11,000 feet. MSL. Oh, and we do need to, let's see, what is our minimum? Our minimum will be 330 feet. So we go over here to our radar altimeter, 330, 10, 20, 30. There we go, radar altimeter set at 330. 2 minutes. Stop that. All right, about 1 minute out. See if that shows up on our map. Oh, there it is. There we go. And we could go ahead and speed. Slowly bring the throttles back. Right about there. So I'm not going to worry about half bank because I don't believe it's configured. And we are descending at about 0.72 Mach, so let's bump it up just a little bit, a wee bit. Doing all right on our descent. Now we can go back and we can look at our, what was I going to do? Maps, okay. Start rolling back our altitude. Sorry. Bring that back down to Cabin altitude down to about, oh wait, Jackson's at 8,000 feet, so. Jackson's, 6,400, 6,500 feet. And go to our map. We are inbound. You can see there we're inbound to DNW. Right there, and we'll be right on it. So we are going to go down around that little hill straight ahead, make a left-hand turn, and just straight down the valley. Let's see if the sectional. Fly right over that little hill there, make a left turn. Yep. And down that little valley right there. Since we are at 6,500 feet, about 14,000 feet, I'll go ahead and turn on all the lights, get the air start, recog lights. So let's go ahead and look at our iPad. Checklist, descent, cruise, we already did all that. Pressurization, fuel management, good. If you're concerned, start out with 3,600. We're down around 2,000 pounds. Descent windshield heat not needed right now. Ice systems as required. Flight level 180 or transition level checks. Altimeter set. Baro. Recognition light on. Pressurization check. No smoking past the seatbelt sign. Pass brief. Cabin secured. So there you go. Below 30,000 feet. See how we're looking on our VCalc. I think we're doing pretty good on the VCalc. What? look, we are coming up on this. This is right here. There's ours up there. Make the left right down there. Gonna say I'm excited about looking at mountains right away, but 11.6 is the highest in this one. We're definitely above 11.6. Then is that the valley? There's the valley. I see where we're going. Okay, feel a little more comfortable. There it is. So we just go over this little range. That cloud had me spooked out for a minute. I'm like, really? Okay, and Let's get the little fella slowed up a little bit. Below 18,000 feet. We're doing like Mach 3 with our hair on fire. Let's get it down to 250. And the airport's right over there. And bring up our approach. ZBIB 11, Zosov 98, Wamru 8700. So yeah. Just about 2,000 feet, 1 minute away. Oh, I wonder. Thousand feet to go. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and bring it down to 9,800. Continue the descent. Continue to slow. And I think we're good on our descent, so we'll just stay on our flight plan page. My bad. Alright, let's bring that airspeed back a little bit. Get it below 200 knots, then I can deploy some flaps. Next one is 8,700. And we are below 200, so I am able to add some flaps. Airport's right there. We're doing pretty good here, folks. Alright, enough of that. I am going to fly the aircraft. That's what I did wrong. Go ahead and bring it down to 8,000. Bro, what is you doing? Oh, it captured. Glide slope captured. Or approach captured. All right, looking good. Let's go ahead and should get a nice left turn here. Why are you going up, bro? Ah, dang it. That was my fault. I disconnected. Premature. Gear down, flaps 20. Get ready to go flaps 40. Come back over, capture the localizer. Localizer course is 187. I do have the runway in sight there. It does say we are captured the glide slope. Oh, airspeed. Come on, little fella, you can do it. I'm getting ready to drop out of the sky, aren't I? And I'm going to get you out of the way. There's the runway. Alright. I think we're doing pretty good. Okay, we're doing a lot better now. And let's see some glide slope indicators coming down to 8,000. Alright, landing gear is down, flaps at 20. We are ways out. We are coming up on Zosov. So that's 11 miles out. So right about here is when we do all the flaps and gear. Hopefully we start seeing some glide slope indicators. Currently holding us at 8,700 feet. Saying it's been captured, so 190. We're doing about 130. Got some glide slope indications. Let's see how she does. Making the left turn. Oh boy. It's gonna be a lot of fun. And full flaps. I think we are established. Landing lights coming on. Recognition lights, my apologies. What else? I think we're good there. She's not flying too terrible right now. What are my winds? From the right? Radar altimeter, we are almost 1,000 feet. Not horrible, doing okay. Staying on glide slope, staying on the localizer. Oh, final. Oh, nice. Look at that. Learn something new every day. Look at that. Looking pretty good. And we are just below 1,000 feet. Flaps full, gear down. And we're holding about 120 knots. And we'll go once we get leveled out. My aircraft. Land a little bit long. Differential braking, keeping it center. Okay, yeah. Gotta figure out how to get that mapped to something. There we go. Sweet. Not a terrible landing. Spoilers up, flaps coming up. Landing lights over to taxi lights. I want to thank you guys for joining me. That was a great little flight. Highly educational, as they all are in this little fella right now. We'll go over here to the jet center. That was a not a horrible landing, folks. Starting to get a better idea how to handle the landings. No thrust reversers because I don't have those mapped yet. I don't have thrust reversers on my throttle quadrant, but it's something we can do. Oh, let's see. Are you trying to wave me in there, little fella? What do you think? Should we go 1 Bravo? That's big plane stuff there. Alright, we'll go up here. How would I dim the lights? Let's see, doesn't look like there's much room there. And they're full up here in Jackson. I wonder how they're going to get that Airbus 330 out of there. go up here. We'll park up. Park up right there. We'll park right next to that one. Plenty of room. Plenty of room. Ladies and gentlemen, we are parked. I appreciate you coming along with me tonight, flying from Aspen up here to Jackson, Wyoming. Beautiful flight. Learning a lot about this Learjet 35. It's an amazing airplane. It's so much fun to fly. If you get a chance, definitely hop on board. Grab this one. Recognition lights coming off, and we can go ahead and turn off engine 2, engine 1. And strobes can come off. Nav and beacon can stay on. Thank you everyone for joining me on the flight. It was a good flight. Lots of fun, lots of learning. If you like this sort of thing, hit that like and subscribe button. Hit the notification bell. That way you know when I hop on for a flight. Yep. Thank you from Jackson Hole, Wyoming. I'll say good night. Have a great evening.